Hello and welcome to another belting Harv's Tips. Another good couple of winners on the horses last week. One away on the both teams to score. I am determined to win you some money before Christmas. The lucky hat's gone. I'm sick of it. Got a new hat on. Got my racing hat on because I think I've got a little gem for you this week. So let's get straight into it. So, as always, we look at the ITV racing. There's a smaller card on ITV this week, so we'll jump straight back into it. And I'm looking at the 150 at Ascot. This is, as always on ITV, these are tough races. It's the 150. It's for the love of racing handicap chase. It's a Class 2. It's 2 miles, 2 furlongs. Currently 12 runners. So we'll go through the card. Just been looking, weighing up a few options on time form and sort of looking in the black book. The numbers crunched as you see on Twitter. And for me, I'm going to go with Benny's King. You know me by now. If you've watched a couple of these, I'm a big believer in a Skelton's horse. I currently got it at 6-1. And you know this is a sort of race where you want a progressive type. It won at Newbury Handicap last season, and it bettered the form when second on this at Ascot in January. So it's got the form, reappearance. It's a stiffer test, but for me, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the value. And actually, if you're looking at the odds, it's going to go off sort of second favourite, 11-2. Saint Devassi is the one to watch really. It's going to run off favourite in the market. But for me, Skelton's going to get us off to a winner. But you just got to watch out for with the favourite 7-year-old. He's unexposed chaser, which for me, I just think that form will tell in that. So that's number 2, Benny's King, and I've got it at sort of 6-1. It will go off, might even go off tighter if Saint Sené is fancied as well. There could be a bit of a market shuffle tonight. So we move on to my nap of the day. Yes, boring hell. I've gone for Paisley Park. It's dominated. It's won Grade 2, 2 Grade 2s last time out. It disappointed in the World Hurdle. But, it made up for it at the Time Hill. It was second to Time Hill at Newbury on its rerun this year. And for me, Paisley Park, it's got the form, it's got the class. 2-1's a nice price. This is the Porsche Long Walk Hurdle. It's a Grade 1. 10 runners, 3 miles, just over 3 miles. Everyone's tipping Paisley Park, I know, but that's for a reason. That's usually a good sign. The World End won it at 15-8 last time out. That Heskin and George went off at sort of 11-7, 8-year-old as well. So, the signs are good. Same weight, same age as the winner last year, and it's a course and distance winner. 2-1 currently at the minute, and I really fancy that to get us going. Now we go to the today, Junior. So we go to the 3 o'clock. This is the third leg of the ITV Racing Yankee. It's the Good Luck Holly and the Sports Personality of the Year Silver Cup Handicap Chase. Bless you. That's some name for a race. Number 3 o'clock. You've obviously got Mr. Malarkey, who I like as an outside chance. Got course and distance. Cobden Tizard combo. But for me, Regal Encore. It's got the form. It's got the course and distance. It landed this. It's won this twice 12 months ago. It was the last time it won it. He's sort of good course record. He won a Grade 3 handicap on his return. However, there is a big warning signs. It pulled up at Newbury. That's why it's 7-1 in my opinion. But I just fancy it. It's lightly raced. It knows its way around the track. It's good jockey trainer. Anthony Honeyball. He knows what he's doing. And Regal Encore for me, course and distance form. The one to watch is the conditional, but for me, I just fancy Regal Encore at 7-1. It's lightly raced and they're managing it much better. 11 runners, 2 miles, 7 furlongs. It's a hell of a. It's got a hell of a chance. So we'll go to the next and final leg of our £3,000 bonanza. Right, the final leg of the race. Well, it's not the final leg. So the final Yankee. This is the other selection. This is number 4 at Haydock Park, one of my favourite tracks. It's a great place to go racing if you ever get a chance. Now we're looking at the Betfair Tommy Whittle Handicap Chase. Prize money 25 grand, nothing to be sniffed at. The going looks heavy. It's 3 miles and 1. So we look at sort of where the market's sort of dictating. They're going to have Sojourn going off at favourite, 11-4 currently. I have a sneaky feeling it might just sneak out a bit, and Hill 16 might just sneak in. But for me, we're going against all the bookies. Best price, all that carry on, whatever you want to call it. We're going against it because I really fancy a horse here called Highest Sun. He's a useful chaser, and became well treated and took a big step in the right direction. Is what the form book's saying. And any horse that takes a step in the right direction at this time of year, he's always a horse you need to keep your eye on. Now, it came 4th at Newbury 3 weeks ago. And for me, that is planting a progressive race. It's a decent prize pot. It's got Robbie Power on board and Colin Tizard. It's ran this distance before. It's a French horse. Now, why I mention a French horse is a French horse won it last year, Lord de Mensil. Paul O'Brien was the jockey, had £3 claim. Hobson's trained horse, went off at 10-8. Like I'm saying, these are signs you need to be looking for, really. In my opinion, I might be talking absolute shite. He's running off 11-5, but I just fancy the way he's been primed for this race. Tells me he's got a chance. Now, knowing how it's going at the minute, you're going to be giving me all sorts of shit again when it loses. But we've had 2 winners and a place. We need just one more winner on that Yankee, and you're in profit. Trust me, stick to the system, it works. So your Yankee follows the 150 Benny's King. Then the second race is the 225 at Ascot, Paisley Park. My nap of the day at 2-1. I think it'll be too strong on the day. Then you go for just what I mentioned, Highest Sun, the 240. Highest Sun at 240, number 6 at 9-1 at the minute. It was a lovely price. And then Regal Encore for me at 7-1. So we've got a bit of value chasing. How I bet these, you can just take them on the singles. If you took them on the singles, you'd be in a bit of profit. I take them in a Yankee just because it's easier. It makes more money. The more bets you win. It's 11 different bets. A £1 each way Yankees, a £22 stake, which I think is a fairly respectable stake on horses, not daft. So if you do a £1 each way Yankee on them 4, you currently get £3,370. Sorry, I butchered that. It's 3,237.42p is what it's paying. I'm half asleep here, lads. So anyway, over £3,000 now to be sniffed at. So that's the horses roundup. And also, some sad news today in the racing world. Easyland sadly passed away on a gallop of a heart attack. And that's a really, it's a terrible news for the sport. That was a horse I was really looking forward to seeing what it can do, and the ceiling was very high. Unfortunately, we lost another star of the sport today. So my thoughts go to the connections of Easyland. On what's a terrible day for the sport. So we move on anyway to the football. Right, so bit of jazz. Racing that's gone because I got my footy head on now. Right, footy, we are getting close. I mean, as close as you could get yesterday. Last week, 4 out of 5 on the BTTS. I am determined to land you a football win before Christmas. I am. I really am trying hard to pull something out of the bag. Now, classic bet, halves tips. I'm a big believer in a goal scorer bet. If they come in, happy days. So, my 3 first goal scorers for this week are Adam Armstrong. Stoke Blackburn got a last-minute equaliser last midweek. Armstrong is on fire, top goal scorer in the Championship. A real talent. I fancy him 7-2 against Stoke. Stoke are hit and miss. First goal scorer at 72. Mohamed Salah to score first against Palace. Palace are average. Salah's on fire. Liverpool are rolling again. The machine's rolling, I'm afraid. I know Haz will give me all sorts on Monday when we do the No Splinters pod. But yeah, unfortunately, the machine is rolling. The sellout is scoring. And then the value bet on the goal scorers, I think, is Dominic Calvert-Lewin at 5-1 to score first. Now, I remember back in the day, a couple of years ago, 5-1 first goal scorer. You'd be like, bloody hell, that's tight. But Everton, Arsenal are, I mean, they are on a bullet, aren't they? You know, Arteta has really got his work cut out there. Calvert-Lewin 5-1 to score first. If you want to put him all in a treble, go ahead. But there's your goal scorer bets. There's your tips. So, change it up. We're going to do a straight acca as well this week. Been getting a bit of feedback, a bit of more diversity on the footballing front. So, it's a 90-1 acca. So we got Liverpool Palace. This is all Saturday. So they're all Premier League games, keeping it simple for people that don't, just want to watch because they not really know how to bet or understand it. So we're just doing a simple bet here. So Liverpool to win just in 90 minutes to win, Man City to win, and then Everton Arsenal draw. I think that's a very nice price at 5-2. Arsenal are shite, but they need to pull some out of the bag. Everton are indifferent at home, and 5-2 is a lovely price for a draw. Then we've got another score draw, another boring draw bet. Newcastle Fulham. The Mighty Whites had their merry way with Newcastle, but I don't think Fulham will have it as easy as the Whites did. And to be fair, they kept in it for sort of 75 minutes. So the draw's 9-4, a lovely value bet on there. And then we've got Spurs on the final leg of the acca to win at Leicester, against Leicester at home. That's on the Sunday. That's the 2:15 kickoff before the big one. Leeds, Manchester United, and that's a 90-1 acca. So Liverpool, Man City, draw Everton, draw Newcastle, Spurs to win, and then we go to the BTTS, both teams to score, the fourfold, the magic fourfold. So we've taken the team out, added a team in. So AFC Wimbledon Crew, both teams to score is a big fat yes. Burton Albion Donny, another goal fest on the stats. 4-5 on yes, both teams to score in the game. Newport Oldham, same, another stat fest, both teams to score yes. And then a ding dong. There's two Yorkshire Lancashire games this week. Obviously, Manchester United Leeds is the big one, but Harrogate Town versus Salford. Now, if you're not aware, that's a tasty game. Harrogate have yet to beat Salford in any sort of competitive league game, and these two have been the Phoenix clubs rising through the leagues. Harrogate, beat Exeter 2-1. They are leaky, but they are starting to score goals, and both teams to score on there. So a £10 stake returns 115 quid in your back pocket, in your skyrocket. How about them apples? There's your BTTS. We will land one of these. I think these are good. And then your value bets are just your goal scorers. Just a bit of knowledge to, obviously no shit Salah can score, no shit Calvert-Lewin can score. But Adam Armstrong, you don't forget him, he's 72 to score first. That's very tight in the Championship. We've got the Yankee. Short and sweet vid this week. I'm enjoying doing it. It's Bookie's favourite channel at the minute. We are going to win. Stick at it. Keep faith. Keep the system. And I'll give it all sorts if we win on Twitter. Don't worry about that. Follow me at Harv's Tips on Twitter. No Splinters, obviously, at No Splinters. We'll retweet these out. If you wanna me to do a video on other sports, I put some darts tips out there, boxing tips. I know on No Splinters I brief through the boxing, but you've got to look at where the value is. As always, gamble responsibly. It's a bit of fun. Don't chase your losses. Yes, don't chase your losses because you'll end up in a bad way. All the best. God bless.